The 5 rule is also a little bit weird as well. I told you I thought that rule was a little bit low. Here's where it may hurt traders. If a trader is saying, hey, my max risk per portfolio at any given time needs to be 5%, and if I'm risking 3% on a given trade, I can only be in 1 trade at a time. If I'm risking 2% on a given trade, I can only be in 2 trades at a time, and this could lead to some other complications. One is adjusting their risk on another trade to make it fit the rule, right? So if you have a 5% total risk rule, and let's say you get triggered 3 trades at the same time. Well, your first trade is 2% risk, right? Your second trade is 2% risk, now you're up to 4. You only have 1% risk left. So on that final trade, if you get another valid signal, instead of risking your normal 2, now you're risking 1, which is less, all because you have to fit into this rule. Now, some of you are saying, what's the problem with that? Well, I'm a big fan of consistency because I believe in long-term numbers, meaning that individual numbers don't mean too much, but the consistency in those individual numbers in the big picture, that's what means a lot. And we can throw out all different types of scenarios, but think about this scenario right here. So what if your first 2 trades lost, right? You took a 2% hit, you took a 2% hit, right? Boom, boom, right? But that third trade you took where you're risking 1, that one was a winner. Well, you got your 7-1 or whatever it was, but remember that 7-1 is a little bit less because that 7-1 is based off a 1% risk instead of a 2% risk. So you really only brought in half the profit that you should have, which means that you're not necessarily making up for those other 2 losses the same way you would have if you had a consistent risk. If that didn't make sense, just rewind this and listen to it again.